Of all 5 fingers on your hand, why do we put wedding rings on this one? Why not the thumb, the index finger, or the pinky? For thousands of years, people across many cultures have chosen the same finger to symbolize love and marriage. But why? And how did one finger become associated with romance in the first place? In this video, we'll explore the surprising history behind the ring finger, the ancient belief that connected it directly to the heart, and why a tradition based on a myth has survived for centuries. And if you enjoy learning the hidden reasons behind everyday things, consider subscribing and let us know what we should cover next. Today, if someone wears a wedding ring, most people know exactly what it means. You don't need an explanation. The ring itself sends a message. But the tradition of wearing rings to symbolize commitment is much older than many people realize. In fact, the idea dates back thousands of years. Many historians believe the ancient Egyptians were among the first people to exchange rings as symbols of love and devotion. To them, a circle represented eternity. Unlike a straight line, a circle has no beginning and no end. It seemed like the perfect symbol for a lasting relationship. Over time, the practice spread to other cultures, and eventually, the ancient Romans adopted their own versions of wedding rings. But this is where the story gets really interesting. The Romans believed that one particular finger contained a special vein, a vein that ran directly to the heart. They called it the vena amoris, which translates to the vein of love. According to the belief, placing a ring on that finger created a symbolic connection between love and the heart itself. And which finger was it? The fourth finger of the left hand, the finger we now call the ring finger. It's a beautiful idea. Romantic, simple, memorable. There's just one problem. It isn't true. As medical knowledge improved, anatomists began studying the human body in much greater detail, and they discovered that the ring finger does not contain a unique vein connected directly to the heart. In reality, all of your fingers are connected to the circulatory system in similar ways. There is no special vein of love. The entire idea was based on a misunderstanding of human anatomy. So if the explanation was wrong, why did the tradition survive? Because traditions don't always depend on scientific accuracy. Sometimes they survive because people love the meaning behind them. The story of the vein of love was powerful. It connected marriage, commitment, and the heart. And even after people learned it wasn't anatomically correct, the symbolism remained. By that point, the tradition had already become deeply rooted in society. Generation after generation continued passing it down, and eventually, it became one of the most recognized customs in the world. Of course, not every culture follows exactly the same tradition. In some countries, wedding rings are worn on the right hand instead of the left. Different religions and cultures have developed their own customs over time. But regardless of which hand is used, the fourth finger remains closely associated with marriage in many parts of the world. And that's why people often refer to it as the ring finger. Even when they aren't wearing a ring at all, the name itself has become part of everyday language. What's fascinating is that most people never stop to question it. We learn the name as children. We hear it throughout our lives, and eventually, it simply feels normal. But behind that ordinary name is a story that stretches back thousands of years. A story involving ancient civilizations, romantic symbolism, and a famous anatomical myth that turned out to be completely wrong. So the next time you look at your hand, take a closer look at the fourth finger. The reason it's called the ring finger isn't because of biology, it's because of a tradition that survived long after the original explanation disappeared. And sometimes, those are the traditions that last the longest. This has been Questions Answered. If there's another everyday thing you've wondered about, let us know in the comments. And if you enjoy learning the hidden reasons behind everyday things, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.